Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ox Talks. It is Wednesday, April 17th, 2024. I am sitting here in the backyard, and I just wanted to check in, say hi, everybody, and let you know that everything is cool here. It's just been a brutal week at the office. I think I indicated the last show I did on Sunday that I was going to be embarking on several days of deposition preparation and taking four depositions this week, and it's just very time intensive. I haven't had a waking moment to do anything other than just prep and take these depositions. Another one tomorrow on an expert witness, and then a really big one on Friday that I still need to get finished preparing for. So it's been back to back. In the meantime, I've taken in a couple of new cases as well, which I hate to turn away work when they're really good clients and people that need things done. You know, it's usually always on a time situation. I had a nice lady come in today, called me last night, a referral, and she has somebody who she signed a contract with them, a written contract, because she's been purchasing this piece of property, 10-acre piece of property, and been paying under this contract for a couple of years. It was a little bit of an atypical deal, but she's been paying. They have a written agreement. And now the seller, after receiving about $400,000, has decided they want to entertain an offer to sell the property. Well, my client has a contract saying that she's the buyer. Anyway, we had to file a emergency lawsuit, put a lien on the property to prevent this seller from attempting to sell this property out from under her, which she's been making payment for, several years now. So, those kind of things, when I hear those stories, although I'm kind of getting too old for this crap now, I will suck it up. I ended up drafting that lawsuit last night here at the house, and the client came into town this morning. We met at my office at 7 a.m., signed everything. It was filed, lien recorded, and now we have some leverage to figure out what's going on here and to not let a travesty happen. So I guess these are the times where I do appreciate what I do, that I'm fortunate enough to be able to help people. So that is a little tidbit from what's going on in the practice. I frankly have had zero time to keep track of really what's going on this week with news. I had some articles I quickly sent to myself the other morning really early after I posted the comment about Tesla laying off 10% of their workforce, and I never even had a chance to pull those up, review them, and then share them with all of you. So I'm sure you're getting your news from some other sources, and that's fantastic. Thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I really don't have a lot to talk about today, other than it's almost 8 o'clock here, Southern California time this evening, so it's supposed to go up pretty late for probably most of you in the country. But I will be back to normal, hopefully this weekend, and certainly next week. I'm not even on my regular equipment today. Sorry about the shakiness. I'm holding a little tripod here on my knee with the iPhone in the backyard. I don't even have my regular microphone. I just wanted to jump on and just check in. The markets have been selling off. And I have friends last night talking amongst themselves, saying they were going to go down to their Schwab this morning and make a big deposit and, buy these dips and chase this thing. And look, right now the trajectory is down. So, what does that mean? I mean, if you're in the markets and you understand this stuff and you feel confident, a lot of people are going to be buying in. But like I've said before, as a non-expert in this realm, how do we really know where the bottom is on these markets? We've had so many years of just pumping free money into the system. I'm not so sure that, none of the traditional metrics, PE ratios, things like that, even matter anymore. It is all about the hopium. And I will tell you, I just saw an article on CNBC a few minutes ago. I think it came out several hours ago. But now the markets are starting to price in that maybe there won't be any rate cuts until 2025. Remember, it started out being 4 rate cuts, then 3 rate cuts, then 2. So let's see if that truly becomes the sentiment of the market, the stock market. This sucker, in my opinion, has a lot further to fall. Meanwhile, crypto's been getting beat up. I don't know the reasoning for that. Maybe it's this halving thing with the Bitcoin. I'm not following it. I just see it's come down substantially. Metals are holding up surprisingly well. In my opinion, they just sold off a bit today. At one point today, when I was having a quick bite to eat before my deposition started, I saw, which I rarely see, I saw oil selling off pretty substantially. I saw metals selling off substantially. Cryptos selling off. The market selling off. The dollar was down substantially, and the 10-year yield was down. Everything was in the red across the board. I sent a couple texts out to some friends of mine saying, I've never seen this or rarely seen that where everything is in the red. So it finished up, where it did, and let's keep watch on what's happening. I understand that, day to day, we're all having to tighten our belts. We're all having to pay more for gas, and we're all having to pay more for food at the grocery store. And this is probably not going to stop. I mean, the Fed comments today that I saw yesterday is that inflation is not under control, that they are surprised how resilient the inflation has been. You and I probably aren't surprised. We all knew that the whole transitory BS going back a couple of years ago was a bunch of junk. And here we are. Now we're having to live it and breathe it and pay for it. So I hope all of you are having a good week. Again, it's going to be difficult for me to do anything for the next couple of days relative to keeping track of news and posting anything, but we'll be back probably a regular schedule by early next week. So thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant and diligent. Diligent. There's no word diligent. Do not let your guard down. Yes, there's no World War III yet. We haven't seen any further response from Israel in terms of the Iran situation. Again, I got some hate comments from my last posting about this political theater, but you can't help but wonder when everything gets so choreographed, and then first thing Monday morning, you had, the markets getting roiled because there was going to be this imminent attack or counterattack. Never happened. So again, a lot of it's politics. I know a lot of people are injured by this. Lives are affected. I'm not downplaying that. So please don't take my comments as such. But it all creates, let's say, perspective about where the markets are going to go, what's going to happen, and then if it doesn't develop, then things reverse. So just be careful. Hope all of you are taking your prep seriously. I think it's time that we have to really, I've been saying this for the last 6-7 months now since the channel got launched. Very important that we take this more seriously, I think, than ever. Please work on having some cash reserves. Oh, it's funny. I was in line today at the post office, and again, I must be living under a rock. I didn't know this, but evidently, let me tell you the story. There was a guy in line that counted out $2,400 in $100 bills. And he told the postal worker that he wanted to get, I guess it was just cashier's checks or money orders. And I was standing in line, and I heard the postal worker say, do you need a receipt for this? And he said, no, I'm just going over just to put this in the bank. And he said, my bank won't take cash anymore. And as the guy was walking out, I said, what bank are you banking with? Because I'd never heard that. He said, Wells Fargo. So I'm sure you guys know this. I did not know. And he has an account. That's his primary bank. And Wells Fargo, for account holders, will not allow you to deposit cash. So this guy paid $8.50 to obtain some money orders for cash. He was walking across the street to his bank to deposit into his own bank account. Now, I knew there were rules about walking in and depositing cash into somebody else's account at many banks. That can't be done. But I did not know that Wells Fargo had a procedure or a policy that an account holder cannot deposit cash in their institution. And I told that guy, you should close that account immediately and get the hell out of there. There's a guy next to me in line, I think, and he worked with AutoZone or one of the auto parts. He said that they stopped doing business with Wells Fargo years ago because of that policy, or a while ago. So anyway, I suppose I'm embarrassed. I didn't know that. I did not know that any institutions would not allow you to put cash into your own bank account. And this guy paid to purchase these money orders to go deposit money into his own account. Very sad where we're heading. This is probably just the beginning. Obviously, we know that cash is disfavored. They want you to swipe those cards so everything can be tracked. So I guess I'll leave it there today. I was able to, end of the day, exhausted, go get a workout in. Hope all of you are doing the same thing and staying healthy, getting your exercise in and being productive. We're going to start seeing more collapses here, guys. The banks are looking very weak. The regional bank index does not look good. There's an article I saw briefly this morning at 4:30 a.m. when I woke up about the fact that New York Community Bank is not looking good since it was taken over and since the big investor group came in. So I think you're going to start seeing a re-uptick in these regional bank failures because of these commercial real estate loans that they're carrying on their books. So I'll report stuff as I'm able to jump back onto the cycle in the coming days. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for your comments. I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to respond to comments the last few days, but again, the law practice has been calling, and I gotta make the money and help the clients out while I can. I'm very fortunate to have the work, and those of you that own your own business understand this. We're blessed every day to be able to do what we do and to be able to sustain ourselves without having somebody, bark orders at us, clock us in, clock us out, tell us what we can do and can't do. So those of you that have your own business, I applaud you. Those of you that don't, it might be something you want to consider, looking into, even a side gig for yourself as we watch this economy continue to spiral downward. About 12 minutes here today. Thanks for watching. Sorry it's a late upload, but be back here in a few days. Everyone have a great rest of your evening. Bye.